KFI. It's later with Mo Kelly. Video simulcasting live on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Yes. I felt the damn earthquake. Okay, are you happy, Tawala Sharp? Yes, it was more than a 5. Happy. I felt it. We're talking about it. I'm leading off the show with acknowledging it. Are you happy now?
I'm very happy. Damn, I mean, it took you long enough. I mean, what's the earthquake got to do?
I barely felt the earthquake.
That's because you're earthquake insensitive.
No. We'll get into that a little bit later. I have plenty to say about the earthquake that was today in the San Diego area. We're going to review Coachella weekend 1. And let me say, I spent a little bit of time watching the YouTube feed. And the more I watch, it's like, I don't know why anyone would ever go to Coachella. The feed is fantastic. It's not like it's a static camera out in the crowd and you really can't see. You can see everything. The audio is fantastic. It's better than any concert that you would go to. And you're not standing out there in the elements and standing out there in the dirt. And I could go to my refrigerator and get food and come back and watch Billy Joe Armstrong. Really like Green Day. I'll talk about that as well. Okay. But it was a pretty good experience from my chair in my office. And DMV, they're offering extended hours ahead of the Real ID deadline, which is supposed to be coming up. I say supposed to be because they keep moving the deadline back every single year. But I already got my Real ID. I'm not worried. I'm more worried about Tawala, worried about Mark. Hey, Mark, good evening.
Hello, Mo.
And worried about Stefan. I don't know if he has his Real ID as of yet.
I don't travel enough to really need one off the top.
But did you know you needed to get in government buildings?
Oh, damn.
Yes.
How do we know if we already have it?
Okay, if you take out your driver's license.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, there should be a big California bear in the right-hand corner.
Yep.
Top right.
Bear spotted.
You're Real ID certified.
Oh, well, that was
How'd
easy.
you get a bear?
I don't know.
There's a bear with a star in it.
I think
Wait, let me see your bear with a star.
Well, let's not show it up to the camera.
Yeah, you'll have to come in here.
No. Okay, let me go look and see if I got a bear with a star.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to check.
If not, your ass is going to have to get in line very soon, or you won't be able to get on a plane. We'll talk about it. Or you won't be able to enter government building. Let's say you have a court appointment, like some of us do every now and then. Jury duty. That might be an issue.
Damn.
Oh, and before I forget, I heard something about drizzle.
There we go. Yes, Mo, you're due for some drizzle tonight into the morning. More drizzle tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. How do you feel about that?
As long as it doesn't hit me. I mean, if it's tonight after I get home and it stops before I get up, we're all good.
Okay, so you're anti-drizzle. No,
I am anti-rain. You got that right. It should rain in a way that does not in any way inconvenience me because it's all about me. But even in my narcissism, I don't think that I could be president of the United States. I don't think that I have this false choice of should I run or should I not run to save this country?
Oh, you'll get there.
It's later with Mo Kelly. Video simulcasting live on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later with Mo Kelly. Video simulcasting live on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. Yes, I felt the earthquake. Well, actually, I was laying down for a nap. Had a real early start to my day. Did TV at Spectrum at 6:30 in the morning. That's important because when I got back, I had to record a radio interview at 7. And then at that point, it was time for a mid-morning nap. Got in bed, fell asleep. Then my phone actually went off. There was a notification letting us know that an earthquake was on the way. Now, I'm coming out of a nap, so I can't quite tell you whether it was before the quake or during the quake, but I got two. And I know at least the second one was during the middle of the quake, and I didn't feel much. It just wasn't strong where I was. But I can definitely say I felt it.
Okay.
No, I did. Look, my wife called me. It's like, are you and the dogs okay? It's like, yeah, we're fine. What was it just an earthquake?
No, she probably felt it.
No, she did. She felt it. And she was in the city of Carson. And the only reason I bring that up is it depends on where you were. From my just anecdotal questions of friends and family, we all felt it at varying levels. Now, here's something else. The moment I knew it was an earthquake and everyone was safe, there was nothing really serious to worry about, I started looking for the Richter scale reading, seismologists, whatever they had to say about it. The first thing I saw was 6.7. And I saw it in a few places. Then it went to 5.1. Then it went to 5.2, and I didn't understand why it was jumping around. It took these wide reads. I even took a screenshot of the 6.7 because I'm thinking like, whoa, it's a big deal. 6.7.
That's Northridge territory.
Yeah. Actually, more than Northridge. So I'm thinking we could have had a major event in Southern California, extensive damage, when you have a 6.7 in a major metropolitan area. As it turned out, it wasn't that, which I'm glad because I don't want anyone harmed. I don't want extensive damage, but it was strange to me, the wide and disparate reporting of the reading. Now they settled on 5.2. Okay, it's above 5. Tuwala,
Yes.
that's my line.
That's
okay?
the threshold.
That's the threshold
Okay.
for us to discuss it. Now we can discuss it. Tuwala, what was your experience?
I was sitting in the office at the school, and all of a sudden, everyone in the office, all of our phones went off simultaneously. First, we thought Amber Alert, but that's weird that we would all get it. Pulled my phone out, and I saw 6.7, and it said 6.7, shaking will happen soon.
Oh, you
in your
saw,
area.
They told you in advance 6.7.
Yes, 6.7. It said expect shaking soon. And I was like, expect shaking soon. So we told people in the office, get away from the windows, because we have glass doors and glass windows in the front of the office. Said, get away from the windows. This is coming. This is happening. And we felt a little rumble. Felt a little, okay, cool. Wasn't really stellar for what I thought an aftershock would be. But instantaneously, right when I went to go look that up, and I was like, yeah, that was like Northridge level. And when I went to go look at it, I was like, wait, 5, what?
See, I wasn't the only one then.
No, it dropped down immediately.
I just don't understand where the 6.7 came in. It's
Maybe
almost
that's
like
right at the epicenter.
it's like earthquake catfishing. Like you told me you were 6.7. Then you show up with a 5.2. It's like, hey, hold on now. Hold on, that's false advertising. Everybody's been catfish, right? To varying degrees. You never tried to like internet date and then they put up some picture which is like from 15 years ago or really distorted how they actually looked.
Yeah.
And then you saw them in person, it's like, stop lying. Stop it.
You're definitely a 5.2. You
Not
are
a
nowhere near
6.7.
6.7.
Mark, did you experience the quake today?
Slept right through it. I think I heard some alert on my phone, but I promptly ignored it. 'Cause,
Well, that's like your REM 4 stage sleep at that time.
Yeah, for all I know, it could have been a nocturnal emission. I just ignored it.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. But he has something to say about sperm racing. See, did you notice that?
You're the one who put it on the rundown.
No.
not me.
Tuwala put it on the rundown.
okay.
I obliged him by discussing it.
It has to be on the rundown. Are you
Yes.
serious? This sport is coming to LA? Talk about betting.
You bet your ass is coming to LA. Stefan? Man, you're so slow in the draw. Stefan got arthritis in his hands. That's why he can't.
I think we're asking about where you were at with the quakes.
That too.
Not for the rim shot.
that too. Stefan, where were you?
Same.
What?
Slept right through it.
I'm confused.
I thought you were making an arthritis joke about it because the sperm thing.
That's funny. That is funny.
He's not wrong, but I wasn't going for that.
What are we doing here?
We're waiting for Stefan to say
Anyway.
what he said about the earthquake.
Same as Mark. I did not feel one thing. Nothing went off. So I slept right through it.
When do you usually sleep? What are your sleeping hours generally?
Generally, I go to bed around maybe midnight, 1 a.m. I stayed up kind of late last night though because Black Mirror started, so I was watching that, and I woke up around 10, give or take.
It was around 10 or
Really?
something like that. I think that the earthquake took place. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah,
Maybe that's what woke you up.
Maybe, yeah, it could have been what actually woke me up.
See? You felt it.
So I guess I felt it.
I have a kind of a routine when I feel an earthquake. I don't move. I want to see if it's going to grow or if it's going to be a jolt, and then that will dictate my next move. I'm not going to be the person who's like, earthquake, and go run into the bathroom or something like that. I need to know where I'm running, what I'm dealing with, because I may be running into danger if it's a serious earthquake. So they say stop, drop, and, cover or whatever. I was upstairs in my house, so there's really nothing to cover under other than like the roof. And if you see my house, there's nothing to fall on me with the exception of the roof. So there's nowhere to go, really.
I was just talking to somebody, and I'm not going to blow out their identity, who was seated in an awkward position when the quake hit. And it would have been the full Elvis if he'd been found that way. I can't tell you who it is because that would violate an important confidence.
That is my fear, too.
That's up there?
I'm trying to look. I'm the one who has the recurring dream about, deucing in public.
But also death while deucing?
Wait, I have that dream too.
I'm being serious.
I have too. Yeah,
I have that recurring dream. Okay, for those who don't know, I have this dream. It's not a reality. For some reason, I find myself like in a shopping mall. I can remember it was a shopping mall. It was a movie theater. It was like outside on a park bench area. And I'm caught where I'm figuring out, do I reach for the toilet paper now or do I just pull up my pants and walk away?
Wait, so you're in the process of it in the dream?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And it's a recurring dream. And Carnisha, who runs our chat room, is looking at me. Actually, she's turning away. She refuses to look at me.
No, this is important. The listeners need to know this.
And I don't know where the dream comes from or what supposedly
You don't ever
it's
wake
about.
up soiled?
No.
Accidentally?
No, I've never had that problem.
But you don't
Knock on
think
wood.
it's nature giving you a little knock on the back door?
I do have the dreams. No, to be serious, Mark, you bring up a good point.
I am.
When I feel in my dream or I think in my dream I have to do number one, I will wake up and go straight to the bathroom.
Yeah, you don't want to ignore that.
No.
Our age.
Not at all. But number two, no, I'm not at the incontinence portion of my life.
Well, we'll just
Not
have
yet.
to take your word for
Just keep on waiting, okay?
Okay.
But back to the earthquake. Did the dogs feel it? Or did they act strange at all?
Nope, not at all.
Wow.
Not at all. It didn't feel much more than like a heavy wind or a truck going by the house. There was not anything for them to stress out about. Now, remember, or you may not know, Twala knows this, my dogs don't even react to fireworks on the 4th of July. They don't.
Yeah, that's
They'll
right.
go outside and they do not in any way react. They're not scared by them. They're not bothered by them. They're not cowering in the house. Nothing. So it doesn't surprise me. My dogs are look, my youngest dog, older dog, Benson, he was born in a crack house.
Yeah.
He's a rescue dog in a police raid. He's seen some stuff. He's not afraid of an earthquake.
He's like, I have seen worse.
Yes, he's seen drugs, dismemberment, and death, probably in that order, because from what I understand, people died in the raid in which he was saved.
So earthquake is nothing to him.
Absolutely nothing.
He's case hardened.
Absolutely.
And you're probably giving him little doggy gummies too, aren't you?
No,
Why wouldn't you do that?
no, he doesn't have like PTSD.
Okay.
I mean, wait, he told you?
Yeah, we talk every night. What are you talking about?
I'm just making sure because
I don't get this.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You don't talk
I
to
just
your
thought about
cats?
that.
Mark,
They're
Mark,
not my cats. They're my kids' cats,
Well-
and I do talk to them.
your kids are not my kids, but I talk to them.
I talk to the cats, though. To answer it, yes, I do talk to the cats.
Mark,
to
did
make
you
sure
talk
they're
to your
okay.
cats?
Constantly.
You have to.
All right, so I don't understand. Like, what is it? Yes, I talked to him. He gave me the answer. He said, I'm good, Mo. Give me a pound and everything.
Okay. No,
He actually does give me a pound.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they say that, but they don't always tell you the truth. I think you ought to go ahead and err on the side of drugging your pets.
Wow.
Jeez.
Golly. Don't let him have any more pets. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and simulcasting on YouTube. When we come back, we'll review Coachella Weekend 1.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Live on YouTube with the simulcast and, of course, everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. I was watching Coachella for the better part of Saturday night. I had a beverage in my hand. It was very relaxing. I sat down in between sets, whoever was just finishing up before Green Day. Can't remember. So it was like a good hour and a half between sets. And I said, gosh, I got it at the wrong time. But I was still just bumping around, watching the chat. The chat was going 1,000 miles an hour of all the people who were commenting. And then when Green Day came on, not only because Green Day I could more identify with the music, I just liked their set. I've always been a Green Day fan as far as just their music. And it was an entertaining set. I liked it. And I said, this is a way I would want to experience Coachella. At home, in my office chair, with my feet up, and some Jack Daniels Bonded in my right hand. That was a fine end to my Saturday evening. Now, Tuala, from what I understand, you watched everything both days.
All 3 days. I started watching Coachella on Friday. Friday after 4 is when they started airing some of the performances. And you can, when it gets towards the later day, you can rewind. You can take the live feed and rewind and go to where you were. So you don't have to wait. You can go back and be like, oh, let me check this out. Let me check this out. And then go to different channels. I looked at all 4 or 6 stages just to see who was performing where. And then I would look at the lineup and go back and see who I missed and may have wanted to go catch. Saw the full shows of Missy, Tyler, Green Day, what's the name of the group? Megan Thee Stallion.
How is she?
Megan Thee Stallion looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. And of all the people rapping on stage, she had the best rapping performance because Missy Elliott, God bless. It's like the lip syncing or whatever the mic, it was just off. So it was exciting to watch. Her show was phenomenal.
I saw some of the videos.
It's just the audio was really, really bad. Mustard, God bless his heart. He brought out everyone and their mama and they all sound like, burr, 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 burr. And I'm like, great.
Eating the microphone.
Yeah, eating the microphone. The Kardashians, husband, baby daddy. What's that? No.
Kanye?
What's that rapper's name? No. The younger Kardashian. She's married she has kids with a rapper.
Don't they all have kids with rappers?
Who? No, not the Tiger one. Not the Tiger one. The one who has the kid Stormy.
Which was it? You talking about Kendall?
Travis.
Oh, Travis
Scott.
Barker?
Yeah, no, Scott. No,
whatever.
No.
One of those.
He closed out one of the nights, and I couldn't see why. Ty Dolla $ign, the best performance, hands down. The best performance. There were 3.
Okay.
Tyler was phenomenal. Tyler, her singing is phenomenal live. I didn't think she could do it, and she kept that mic on point the entire time. Her performance was flawless.
I hate to interrupt you. I have to remind people we have of a more discriminating ear when it comes to live performances because we've put on performances of this magnitude.
Yes, and her ability to keep the mic present, keep it in front of her, and her breath control while dancing the entire time was phenomenal. Post Malone was fantastic. Post Malone looked good. He looked good, lost all that weight.
Okay, was he sober?
He had a beverage in his hand the entire time. He had a beverage in his hand. He was poured out a little bit, but his show was fantastic. He kept that show rocking the entire time.
He worries me. I just expect to wake up any day now with him, some unfortunate report of his demise.
He looks good. He was happy. His 30th birthday is coming up in July.
30th?
I know, right? I know.
Oh God,
I know.
Assumed he was like 48.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah.
He ain't gonna make it to 48.
Oh man, come on. Oh man, the poor guy. No. His show was fantastic. There was one more person that I thought actually
was it Gaga?
Gaga was okay. I don't like any of her new music. Okay. Her performance was phenomenal, but you have to be a
her talent is undeniable.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting? I think stood out the most the entire time watching every show. T-Pain, lackluster crowd.
Did he sing? I didn't see him.
He did something akin to singing. You could hear the points when he's talking and trying to hype up the crowd, and you can hear the track going, and the track going lyrics going and him
going.
not having the mic in front of him. And it's one of those like, hey, if you're going to do the track, you have to continuously put the mic in front of you. You've got to keep that going.
Yeah.
Glorilla, that was just a strip show. Just
Isn't
cakes
that
all
what she
day.
does?
That's what she does. But I was hoping for a little more on the stage. That was just like,
Yeah, she doesn't do anything for me musically or physically. It's just something like just,
Yeah. What is the kid's name? And I told you I kept telling you about him. Benson Boone. Hands down, the best performance all week long. His vocals on point. This dude is doing literally leaps off of it, like at least an 8-foot step, front flipping off and hitting the track on point. This kid works out like a monster to sing that good.
All right.
Yeah, that's his thing. He does backflips all the time on stage.
Well, who was the one who didn't land their backflip? I heard someone busted their ass.
Oh, I missed that.
I missed that too.
Oh, no. I know you're talking about. That was one of the rap groups. Yeah, I saw the video going back because everyone was talking about, he tried to think, and I think they said he tried to think he was, what's it, because
Benson Boone?
he did a flip and landed
On his
right
head.
on his neck. Yeah. It was, that was rough. That was rough. Weekend one, I think the crowd, maybe it was too hot, but it was trying to get that crowd hype was next to impossible. Well, even when Green Day came out, I was like, why is the crowd so damn lame?
I think the crowd is lame because there's a long interlude in between of nothingness, and they're just standing in that pit, and it's almost like you're starting the concert over each time. It's a long time with set changes, and it's fine for us watching YouTube. But if you're in the crowd in that pit, and I saw just people standing there, they had a stray firework that went off and almost hit someone in the crowd. I mean, there's not a lot going on if you're physically there. Yeah, they're on their phones probably looking at the other stages, but I can understand why you come out, there's nothing going on.
Yeah, because then I even heard, because there's so many people in one area that half the time you can't even get a signal on your phone. So you can't even, it's not like you can go on Instagram and stuff like that. You're just taking pictures and video. So,
See, that's why. Good to stay
More
my
reason
ass
to be
home.
home.
Look, watching it at home, I'm trying to tell you, all those angles, they had drone shots.
Yeah, they did.
Wide shots, up close shots. I mean, it was something to see online.
We're showing some of it right now on the YouTube simulcast screen, so you can get an idea of it.
A lot of weight, right?
He's fit.
Like he looks
Fit
good, like
weight or like crackhead loss?
no.
He
He
looks
looks good,
working
looks
out.
strong.
Okay, I'm just asking because I worry about Post Malone.
No,
I really
it's
do.
not the Post Malone from that god awful Roadhouse remake. No, it's not.
Okay.
No,
All right.
this is a post you say, you know what? It looks like he cut back on maybe some of the drinking, some of the baddie.
Beer and stuff like that,
Because
yeah.
it's like, he's not all like, ooh, someone call a doctor. He's like, man, Posty been working out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good for him. I'm just saying. I'm still kind of concerned. When we come back, we got to talk about Real ID with this upcoming deadline in May. Have you got your own Real ID? You need one. You have to have one, or you won't be able to fly or enter government buildings. So I'm told. We'll get the real deal when we come back. KFI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and YouTube.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. Have you gotten your Real ID? Time is running out. You have until May 7th unless they extend the deadline. And they have been extending the deadline for a few years now. And if you're not sure what a Real ID is, it's going to allow you to travel domestically, not internationally. You would still need your passport to travel internationally. But if you don't have a Real ID, you would then need your passport to travel domestically. It's one of those things where if you're not planning to go anywhere except other than driving, you don't have anything to worry about. But if you're trying to fly, you're going to need a Real ID.
We've been hearing about these Real IDs for years, but now it's finally set. They have a deadline in place. They want people to finally get to a DMV to get their Real ID because you will need it for several reasons. Now, this extra hour, it is for people who have that online appointment who can then come down here and get the Real ID in person. But there's been a little bit of confusion this morning about making the appointment online, so it's something you have to check.
Yeah, you're going to need to make an online appointment first. And you'll fill out that information first, make your appointment. I know this because I've done it. Then you have to bring to the DMV other paperwork that they would verify in person, your identity and so forth, some bills, whatever. But there are two portions to it where one is online and the other is in person.
As you go about it, now we did try to do it, but it seems like it's prompting you to do the registration online first before.
Wait a minute. I said that. I don't need you to repeat what I already said, young lady.
Do the registration online first before you are able to make the appointment. We'll probably get some better answers once the DMV officially opens here in Glendale at 7 this morning. Now, the deadline is May 7th, so they are extending these hours until June 27 to get people in here to get the real ID. Why do I need a real ID?
Yes.
Well, essentially, you need it to fly anywhere domestically with.
Did you hear that? Anywhere to fly domestically.
Well, essentially, you need it to fly anywhere domestically within the United States, or if you're entering a secured federal facility such as a courthouse.
Or secured federal facility.
Or if you're entering a secured federal facility such as a courthouse, you must have a real ID, a passport, or another form of federal document. Officials say Californians who want to upgrade their driver's license to a real ID but already have a U.S. passport or other federally approved document, you can wait until your license is due for a renewal. Now, you can apply for a real ID by filling out the online application. It seems that that's what you have to do first in order to get the appointment.
I do remember saying you do need to have an online appointment first. After you do the online appointment first, then you can show up and then spend the better part of your day waiting in line at the DMV. We all know what that's like.
Now serving B309 at window number 13. Now serving F913 at window number 37.
I try to avoid going into the DMV at any time.
.ca.gov, but you must then show.
Oh, let's back up a bit.
The website for that is realid.dmv.ca.gov, but you must then show up here to a DMV office in person to complete the application. And when you do come in, you will be asked to bring a valid passport or a birth certificate, proof of California residency, such as utility.
That's where it is. This is the other documents you got to have when you're in person.
Proof of California residency, such as utility bill or a bank statement, and you might have to bring in your social security card.
Does everyone know what their social security card is?
Absolutely.
Those are hard to get if you lose them. It takes some legwork to get another one.
Yes. It's one of those things where I only use mine for the most part when I was, going for a job or something, filling out the paperwork, the onboarding process. Thanks to my wife, who's super organized. She keeps all that stuff in one location. But me, you don't want to lose a social security card. It is oof. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a whole chain that you have to follow to get the thing you need, like to get your social security card. You got to have your birth certificate. The whole thing's very annoying. And I got to tell you, I'm not exactly tickled living in an increasingly show me your papers, Max Schnell kind of state, you know?
You better get used to it.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it's not that we have due process anymore, so it really doesn't matter.
No,
no.
that ship sailed.
Yeah.
Proof of California residency, such as utility bill or a bank statement, and you might have to bring in your social security card. Now, keep in mind, the DMV is charging for the real ID, and it's a $45 fee.
What? $45? My goodness. Can I at least get a kiss? I can get a lap dance for $45. I should at least get a kiss.
Now, keep in mind, the DMV is charging for the real ID, and it's a $45 fee. Take a look at this. These are the locations where you can go to get the real ID in person. There's a location in Fremont, Folsom, Thousand Oaks.
Just where prisons are or something?
Yeah.
Thousand Oaks, Van Nuys, Glendale, where we are this morning, Pasadena, Culver City, Westminster, Costa Mesa, San Clemente, and several other locations there on the list. Now, back out here live again, I did mention some people tried to go to the website this morning to make that appointment, but they weren't prompted to do so. My guess is you need to start the application process first.
I got my real ID, Y'all gonna have to wait in line.
So what if you're poor? What $45 is a lot to some people.
And that was the original complaint, where you are forcing people to get a form of ID that you have to pay for. And if you connect it to voting, then you can see some of the issues with that. $45 just to prove who you are. Mind you, you can have a birth certificate, passport, and all the other documents, but you can't get on a plane unless you use your passport. I assume you can use a military ID, but conceptually, it's problematic when you're charging $45 for a mandatory piece of identification.
Just chip everyone and get it over with, okay?
You're saying they haven't? I mean,
where's yours?
You hold up your phone. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's not in your body, but it might as well be.
It's close.
My phone is never far from my body, so you make an excellent point.
Right. Don't you take it in the bathroom with you?
I take it everywhere.
Thank you. Anyone who says they don't, they're lying. They're lying. Even you, Carnation, you take your phone in the bathroom too. Don't lie to me. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Carnation, what's going on in the chat real quick before we go to break?
Someone asked passport to get into federal buildings.
Can you use your passport to get into a federal building? That's a great question. I have no freaking idea. I think so. I would want to think so because if you went to like an embassy, you could use your passport, obviously. As far as a court, federal court, I don't know. I used my driver license when I was on jury duty, and that was a regular driver license back then before they even had the real ID. That's a great question. I would have to assume so because it is a valid form of identification that you can use everywhere else. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. And if you should get in trouble or get arrested, that's your problem. You shouldn't have listened to me. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere. The iHeartRadio app.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio.